This running back has the size, speed, and skill set to make some serious noise at the next level. Let's break it down on the next Going for Two scouting report. What's up? I'm here with Ryan as always, and we are talking about, of course, Omarion Hampton, pretty much the consensus RB2 in this class. 6 foot, 220-pound running back out of North Carolina. And Ryan, we're just gonna kick it off here, man. Give me some of the things that you saw when you watched him on tape.
Um, I just want to start off with saying I know he's pretty much consensus too. I think it's closer to one than most people are putting on. I
Agreed.
think he has an absolute excellent 0 to 60. He can hit a home run at any time. Like he has that speed to break the big run. He runs really well outside. He plays super violently. He finishes his runs. He's very explosive, and he's good. He's a good pass catcher, so he can be a three down back and has the size once to pass block too. Like he is a complete three down back, and he's the prototype of what you're looking for.
Yeah, I think the one thing that jumped out to me when I watched him, in comparison to some of the other running backs that we're going to look at this offseason, is his initial burst. Like when he decides to hit the hole and explode. I mean, I think he has probably the best explosion through the hole of any of the running backs I've watched so far this year. It's exciting to watch. Obviously, playing in North Carolina, there's a bad taste in people's mouth from some of the running backs that have come out from there already. But I think he is head and shoulders better than some of the ones that have come out recently. But yeah,
Yeah, a lot of those ones don't got the helmet. A lot of those ones were more one dimensional. He's complete. He has everything you're looking for.
agreed. Yeah, I mean he's got great contact balance, and you mentioned he's a potential workhorse type running back. Not going to come off the field unless they want to, supplement, a more of a pass catching smaller guy. But I think he could definitely carry the workload if needed.
But he can catch passes. He has 38 catches last year, 29 the year before. So we're talking 60 catches in 2 years.
That's pretty good. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
give me
Absolutely.
that all day.
And another thing too that we don't usually talk about with coming out of college running backs, but he's above average at pass protection. I wouldn't say he's great by any means, but a lot of times that's the one thing that running backs struggle with coming out is they're not good in pass pro, and he actually looked pretty good in pass protection. So that's a plus for him as well. What about red flags or anything that you didn't like about him?
Yeah, I think he could work on his pacing. Like he definitely rushes plays and doesn't wait for the blocks to develop. Some of it could be the UNC thing, but it's definitely something he needs to adjust. I don't think he always adjusts on inside runs. He doesn't use cutback lanes as much as he should. It's something he can learn. And will also, which with a lot of running backs with his kind of speed, will try to stretch plays outside that don't need to be when he should cut it up and get north south faster. But I think that's the big thing. A lot of those are what you can learn,
Absolutely.
and
I
it's life or death. You can't.
I will say, like, as good as his burst was and his speed in the short area, he lacks a little bit of breakaway speed. At least what I saw on tape, he got caught from behind a couple times. I don't know if he has that elite level, but in the NFL, you don't need that as a running back. You don't need to have that Jonathan Taylor, breakaway speed. He has that elite acceleration. And that's more important, I think, than having that long breakaway speed. Because if you accelerate fast enough and you get a good enough head start, it ain't going to matter. They're going to catch you anyway.
No,
But
four, 4, 4, 6 speed is plenty fast.
yeah, I mean, it's definitely fast in the 40 for sure. I don't know if he has like I've seen him at the end of runs get caught from behind more often than I would like to see him caught from behind. But yes, he definitely has plenty of speed for sure. But just nitpicking, I don't see him having that home run hitter speed. But yeah, the acceleration is definitely there. And I did see some inconsistent hands. I know you said he has some good hands, and he does, but I did see some concentration drops when I was watching him on film. But I do think he's still a good receiver. I think he still has the complete package, but he dropped some passes that he probably shouldn't have dropped just from concentration, looking away before the ball gets to his hands.
Yeah, trying to look for that big play before it happens.
Right, exactly, because he can see it sort of building. And I saw kind of the same thing you saw too. A little bit lacks a little bit of patience setting up his blocks because he has that elite acceleration. I sometimes think he wanted to accelerate too soon, almost like when you're playing Madden, he hit the speed burst button a little too soon. You need to let the blocks get first,
Yeah.
and then hit the speed burst button.
Yep. And then when you can run through people like he can, you have the confidence to do that. You're not running through guys in the NFL.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, let's talk player comps here. You got a good player comp for Amarion?
Um, yeah, my player comp is Joe Mixon. He has that size speed combination. He was a good pass catcher coming out of college. He has potential to be a three down back and the workhorse and centerpiece of an offense for a long time.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. That's
Mix had good speed, not great. He broke some long runs, but same thing. It was very similar the way they played.
yeah, yeah. So I did my comp pre combine, and I still kind of like the comp, but I went with Josh Jacobs. Again, a decent pass catcher coming out of college, maybe a little bit better than Omarion Hampton was coming out. But I think overall, I think that the acceleration was there. Josh Jacobs, I think, as far as size, compares pretty favorably to Omarion as well. And I think Omarion would be ecstatic to have a career that Josh Jacobs has had so far. I think he's been a pretty good fantasy running back for sure.
Whew. Yeah, I actually like that one a lot.
I guess the first comp I've given on these that you've actually liked.
I really like that. Yeah.
Good stuff. All right. Well, anything else you wanted to mention about Amarion before we wrap it up?
No, if you just other than if you miss out on that one overall, don't be upset. Amarion's gonna be really good for a very
Absolutely.
long time.
I agree. I actually think if Genty doesn't get a great landing spot and Amarion does, I could see him leapfrogging in the dynasty rankings for sure. If I think Genty gets a good landing spot, but if for some reason he did not get a good landing spot, Amarion's that close that he could leapfrog over.
Yes. And I think he's a little bit more scheme versatile as well. Like I think Genty is more line up in the eye pound, where I think you can use Mario in a lot more ways.
Agreed. Agreed. All right. As always, find us on YouTube and TikTok or wherever you're watching us now. You can find us on TikTok at goingfor2.com. That was our scouting report on Amarion Hampton. Stay tuned for our next one.